Hey guys, what's up? This is Official J-Man, the realist, coming back to you with another video. And today I wanted to talk about some Bayonetta stuff, more specifically a fan manga. I decided to make a Bayonetta 4 fan manga. I finished the first two arcs of my Legends manga, I guess, aka Legends, and then the Blade Runner feel type manga, but I decided to add a third one, since playing Bayonetta 1, 2, and 3, I was like, shoot, I'm gonna make a Bayonetta 4 fan manga. So there's a couple of things I wanted to go over for this manga. It's like 10 small things to not spoil everything, but the first thing I want to talk about is Loki will make a return and have a side story that explains why he wasn't in Bayonetta 3, because Loki, it was kind of like, I was actually waiting for Loki in Bayonetta 3, but, he never showed up, and, it's the multiverse, and, there was no Loki present in the story except for, Bayonetta 3 with her, cards, Loki type cards. But yeah, that was it. That was all we, the little tidbit of Loki we got. There was no, like, Loki coming in to save the day or anything. So, yeah, that's the first thing. Loki will make his return, and also, if the Bayonetta 4 fan manga does good, it can lead to some sequels, Bayonetta 5 and 6, but I'm not trying to get ahead of myself right now. We're just going to focus on Bayonetta 4 and see if it does good. Bayonetta beta, well, the second thing, Bayonetta from the beta universe, which is, I say, Bayonetta 0, Bayonetta 1, 2, and 3 will be heavily involved in the story. I will not talk about how Bayonetta 3 comes back, or aka Braves Reza. I don't know if, like, we figured that out yet, but yeah, she that's kind of a spoiler. You'll find out how she returns, but Bayonetta 1 will act more as a mentor to Viola, and she'll teach her some things, but I also have an arc specifically for Viola with her learning, Wicked Weave, and all the stuff she should have, or not have, well, should learn, on her journey to becoming, like her mother. Next, the story will take place 5 years after. So there is an arc that takes place after the events of 3, not immediately, like maybe a year after, and then after that arc, it'll be like a 5-year time skip, and yeah, you'll see reasons why, like, and, well, actually, that's another point I'm gonna get in. The fourth point is Lucaon will be a big part of the story. Can't tell you how he'll come back. That's another spoiler, but he'll be a big part of this story, because they're at, well, the end of the arc, there's this like big, huge battle, and he'll be a part of that battle, but not in the way you think, like, oh, good guy. Yeah, you'll see. Next, I'm not sure if I'll have John die. It's kind of a I guess it's expected for John to die in every single video game except for 1. She died in 2, she died in 3, so shoot, why not die in 4? But I'm not sure if I want to kill her off in 4. If I do, she'll go on in a blaze of glory, kind of like Vegeta in the Majin Buu arc, where he blew himself up. That was kind of emotional to Dragon Ball Z fans. And then how the third Hokage died, pulling out Orochimaru's hands. Well, he tried to pull out his soul, and then sacrificed himself, cut it, and sealed his hands, and then Orochimaru was without hands for the rest of the, well, not the rest of the series, but he was without his, his hands. He did get them back eventually, like 13, 15 years later, but, yeah, like the third Hokage, how he went out like a G. Next is Dr. Sigurd from Bayonetta beta universe, or Bayonetta 0, will also be involved. He'll be part of this, I guess traveling group, as you can say. Again, too much, I can't go into too much detail. It'll spoil the story. It'll spoil the concept that I'm trying to make for the story. Next, Rodon will also be involved, not heavily. He'll have one fight in the entire, and that fight is near the end of the last arc, and you'll see why he doesn't get involved. Like, you'll see why he doesn't get involved in the Chaos Realm and all that stuff. And let's just say it's going to get crazy. Now, the ending of Bayonetta 3 will change slightly. Bayonetta will still, be dragged down to Inferno with Luca, but not Bayonetta 3 and I guess you can say Luca 3. It'll be a different Bayonetta and a different Luca. There will be a lot of new characters, a lot of new witches, even some new Lumen Sages, and I'll explain how, you know, they brought back the Lumen Sages and all that stuff. It'll be like a new group of Lumen Sages, kind of like the new generation of Lumen Sages. Same powers, just a lot stronger than they used to be. And then number 10, I know this might be a huge spoiler, but there will be a huge war at the end of the manga. Like I said, it goes into the whole Lucaon thing, and you know, Lucaon will, I guess, show up right after the events. Well, how, you know, Bayonetta 3 was supposed to end, Lucaon will show up right after that. Again, I know it sounds confusing, but it's too much. I can't explain, I can't go into detail into it, but he'll show up and yeah, shoot, it will lead into a huge war. You know, there'll be different factions. You'll have obviously the fairies, the witches, maybe, spoiler, I don't know if it is, 2 groups of witches, and then actually the military. I'm gonna put in, you know, the American military and everything in Europe and all that other stuff. But you'll see, it's going to be like chaos ensued in that last arc. It's going to be pretty lit. There'll be a lot of fights, a lot of emotional scenes. I probably won't tone down. Well, I don't know. The whole toning down of Bayonetta, I don't know. I might not. I'm not sure. We'll see when I start writing her, you know, and all that other stuff. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. That's all I wanted to share so far. Concept art should come out next year sometime. I don't know. I wanted to bring the manga out either September or December, but I don't know when I'll bring out the concept art. But I hope everyone is looking forward to this. Again, I'm replaying Bayonetta 1 just to make sure I get everything right. I'm replaying Bayonetta 2 just to make sure I get everything right. I guess I'll replay Bayonetta 3, you know, just to make sure I'm not, you know, missing out on anything. And then, you know, the Bayonetta Origins game is coming out. I don't know if I'll implement that. I might have to implement that into my Bayonetta 4 fan manga, but yeah, that is it for today. I do have another video coming out today. It should be the Naruto video, and another short is a Battlefield 2042 short, which was hilarious. But yeah, that is it for the Bayonetta 4 fan manga. Again, I hope everyone is looking forward to it, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Official J-Man the Realist is out.